Chef Charles back in the kitchen, and you're watching Everything Sweet with Chef Charles. Today we're bringing you a classic, a 7-up pound cake. Okay, we thought we had made one. We got 200 plus videos. We looked over it and we didn't find it. So we're gonna go ahead and correct that issue now with our own version of our 7-up pound cake. Now, this is what you're gonna need to get it up and running. We got 3 cups of granulated sugar. We got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We got a half a teaspoon of salt. We got 5 eggs. We got 7-up. We're going to use 1 cup. Okay? Then we got orange zest. Okay, we got a 12-cup bond pan. Now, if you're making a 12-cup cake, 12-cup bond cake, and you got a 10-inch bond pan, it's not going to work. Okay? You have to take 2 cups out of it to make it work. It's just like getting a whale of Tic Tac. It just ain't gonna work. It's gonna wind up all over your stove, wind in the oven. So make sure you know what size pan you're using when you're using these recipes. 12-cup recipe paired to a 10-cup recipe. So your pan play a big role in it. So make sure you got the right pan or the right tool for the job. Okay. Now today is I think Wednesday. After Mother's Day, I hope everybody had a very, very happy Mother's Day. And I hope you got everything that you wish or everything you supposed to be got. Because your job is tremendous all year. I think you need to take a whole month, and make the whole month Mother's Day instead of one day. Because mothers are doctors, they lawyers. I'm talking about they nurses. They are after-school teachers. They are teachers. Listen, I can go on and on. But let's go ahead and get this 7-up pound cake up and running. We're going to the mixing bowl. Y'all come on with me. Okay, I didn't show y'all the butter. We're using 3 sticks of butter. Y'all can see me finna put the butter in. The butter was not on the table. It was in the spot where it was setting to kind of get room temperature, okay? And we found it over there, and we can go ahead and put it in. We got 3 sticks. I think it's unsalted butter. And the flavor we're using for this, we are using vanilla extract and butter extract. Okay? We're using a teaspoon of each one of them. We put 2 teaspoons of lemon zest in our cake. And we're also going to put lemon zest in our icing. Okay? Now, you new subscribers, all your dairy products need to be room temperature. Do not put that 7-up in your fridge and pull it out and think you finna make 7-up cake. No. You do not want a cold 7-up. You want that 7-up to be room temperature. So if you get a 6-pack, you can put 5 in, leave 1 out. That 1 out is what you're gonna make your cake with. So all your products that's dairy-wise need to be room temperature, including your 7-up. Do not put no ice cube in that thing and think you finna make 7-up cake. That dog don't hunt. Okay? All right, we're gonna let this butter go for about a minute. Let it know some friends coming over. All right, we're gonna put half our sugar in and let it start in first gear. Let that get introduced. All right, the rest of it is going in. Kind of let that get together. And they talking, having fun, and talking about what they did last night. Okay? Then we're going to go to 4th gear. We're going to let it mix for 4 minutes. Then we'll scrape it down. Then we'll come back and let it mix for another 3 minutes. Then we'll be ready to add our egg. Okay? 4th gear we go. All right, 4 minutes in, we're going to scrape down. gonna mix for another 3 minutes in fourth gear. This is our creaming process, okay? We're making pound cake, we're not making layer cake. Another 4 minutes in 3 years, and third gear, and fourth gear, 3 minutes. All right, 7 minutes in, we're gonna scrape down, then we'll start adding the eggs. See that on the side there, where they getting mixed in? Now they say you can buy that batter dash with the scrape on it. I done tried it, didn't like it. I still had scraped down, so I said, well, I done spend this extra money on buying this scraper. This batter dash with the scraper on now. This man made that. A lot of times they make stuff just to make money, okay? You can use that one if you so desire, but nothing beats actually scraping it down with your hand. But with that batter dash with scrape on there, you still gonna have to scrape, okay? All right, we're gonna put in the second gear. We're gonna add eggs one at a time. We have 5. Third egg going in, we'll scrape down again. First egg in, we're gonna mix and try to combine. All right, we got 3 eggs in, we're gonna scrape down. See all that right there? That's white. That's why we scrape down. Get all that in the main batch. So you won't be inboxing me telling me I did and my cake didn't come out right. You did what I showed you what to do. Your cake ain't got no business but coming out right. I told you, on everything sweet, we don't like trouble. And everything sweet, we already made this cake. Okay? So we know it works. So if you do something, trying to take a shortcut, after I told you don't take a shortcut, if your cake don't come out right, don't point your finger at me. You know, go with recipe, see you got everything you supposed to put in there, and cause I'm gonna show you how to do it where it won't fall, and you will make a perfect cake. Okay, all the shortcuts been taken out already. Okay, so there's no need for you to take no shortcuts. Okay, all right, we're gonna start it up. Add our final 2 eggs one at a time. Second gear. All right, our final 2 eggs in. We're now going to add our teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of zest to it. We're also going to add our flavor this time. 1 teaspoon of butter extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. First gear. We're at the point now where we're going to add our flour and our salmon up. We're going to rotate it. Now notice I didn't put my salmon up in the cup yet because those little carbon monoxide, I didn't want them to escape. Let's pour that in there very slowly, okay? Because that's what's going to make your cake rise, okay? It acts just like baking powder, basically the same chemicals. But this is in a liquid form, your baking powder, in a powder form. So, now we're going to rotate our salmon up and our flour. All right, we're going back to the mixing bowl. All right, we're going to put 1/3 of our flour in. Start with flour, end with flour. I told you in a video why people do that. They tell you to do it, but they don't tell you why they're doing it. Okay? Start out in first gear. You want to mix that until combine. Then we're going to add 7 up. Set of flour. Okay? Now the gluten is starting to perform. Or the gluten start to get tight to make your cake, rubbly or, So what you do now, since you add the first set of flour in and the gluten starting to develop, you break it right back down by adding a third to 7 up. And that gluten got to start all over again because you breaking it down with your 7 up. Or your milk or whatever you add to it, you breaking the gluten back down again. Once you get the gluten broke back down again, then you add some more flour. Okay? When that starts developing gluten, then you add some more 7 up to it. So you breaking it down again. So your flour don't get a chance to develop the gluten because every time you add flour and the gluten starts to perform, then you break it down with your milk or whatever you add into it. Okay? All right. Then another third of our flour. Mix that until combine. First gear. Another third of our 7 up. Mix until combine. Down before we add our last 7 up and our last flour. Straight down. We're gonna make sure we get all that in the main batch. Because we don't want no trouble. Okay? Don't like trouble. Don't like throwing away these expensive ingredients. Okay? On the bottom, on the side. Alright, we'll let that mix first gear about a minute. Then we'll add our final 7 up. All our final 7 up is going in. I'm going to mix that first gear until I combine. Alright, last flour going in now. And we want to mix that until I combine. Okay? As soon as that combine, then you'll cut your mix off and bring it to the table. And then any other mixing that is necessary, you would do that by hand. Okay? Alright, want to mix that until I combine. As soon as that combine, you take your mixer down and bring it to the table. Alright, first gear. Alright, we're cleaning our batter dash off. Our oven is on 350. You know you got gas. Oven, you put it on 325. Okay? We got electric out here. We wasn't blessed with gas. Even though I would love to have some gas. But you work what you got. Whatever you got, you make that work. Okay? Now we're going to get something out the way real fast. Because I think we got something in our injection box saying we don't use cups. Okay? This is a measuring cup. 1 cup measuring cup. This is used for water, liquid. Anything that you can pour, this is what this cup is used for. These cups are used for dry ingredients. Okay. Now, we don't show you everything. Us getting preparation, we go ahead and put the cups in front of you. But we also already had used, the dry cups. This is totally one cup. You fill it up, you rake it off with a knife or spatula, and you got 1 cup. Okay. Then we put it in our liquid cup. We put 3 of those in there, 3 things a cup of sugar. Okay. So when you see these for dry. When you see this, it's wet. But my mama never did use it. This all she used. So that's why we don't, concentrate too much on the dry part of it. But basically everybody in America uses these. Okay. You get these people go to culinary school, then they want to call you out on, you're not using the dry cup. Yes, we're using it behind the scene. But a pound is a pound. A pound is 16 ounces. You got a pound of lead and a pound of fallow. Which one the heaviest? Well, most people say the fallow is going to be the lightest. Lead going to be the heaviest. No, a pound is a pound. You can't change that. You can't play with signs. Numbers gonna tell you exactly what stuff is. Okay, so a pound is a pound, regardless of what you got. A pound is a pound. A cup is a cup. Okay. Now you want to make sure you got it equal. You have to use a set of scales. Scales ain't gonna lie; they gonna tell you the truth. Okay, we got that out the way. Okay. Now back to our cake. All right, we got straight down around the sides and on the bottom. We got a 12-cup bun pan. It's already been greased. Okay. All right. Gonna go ahead, put our cake in that. And it better just bring it back to my childhood. I want to lick the bowl. But, we understand. Today you can't do half the stuff you used to do back in the day. I want to take this spoon, just go to work. My mama had me in the kitchen real young. I think I was about 5. And when she made cakes. I don't understand what the other children was though. But, I was in the kitchen with her. And the only thing she ever used was measuring cups. Not this type, just regular measuring cups. I'm saying some stuff, you can take, some stuff you can leave. If you're not in the selling business and you just making cakes at home, hey, by all means, use these measuring cups. That's water. You've been doing it for years and your cake came out fantastic, okay? Gonna shake it a little bit, knock some air bubbles out of it, and we're gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna set our timer for 55 minutes. We always set it for 55. And that's just a reminder to go back and take a look at it. Okay, shake it. We're gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna set our timer for 55 minutes. Okay, to us it's gonna be 55 minutes. We can't change that. We can't control time yet. We're working on it. To you, it's gonna be just like that. Y'all stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We put 55 minutes on it. We came back and put another 10. Bringing it out now at 55 minutes. All right, we're gonna let it cool anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Then we come back and flip it out. Y'all stay with us, all right? Yeah, 7 cake is out. Put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes and cool down a wee bit. And this is what you're gonna need to make your icing. You got 2 cups. Man, not 2 cups. 2 teaspoons of butter. You got 2 cups of sugar, confectionery sugar. You got zest from 1 lemon. You got vanilla extract, okay? And don't forget 7 Up. All right, we're gonna put our sugar in a bigger bowl. We're gonna start out with 3 or 4 teaspoons of 7 Up. Go ahead and put our 2 teaspoons of butter in it. I'm gonna put half top vanilla extract, about a half a teaspoon. I'm gonna mix that and try to get the lumps out of it. A little bit more of 7 Up. Now, 7 Up, you put it in how you need it. If you want it kind of thick, you'll put less 7 Up. If you want it kind of thin, you'll put more. And start out with 2 to 3 teaspoons and continue from there. Now, if you happen to get it too thin, you always can add more powdered sugar to it, okay? Not a whole lot, you know. Add a teaspoon or 2. See where you at. You have to add any more, and you can do that. But don't get, you know, yourself all hyped up because you put too much 7 Up in there. Zest is going in now. You know, baking is all about adjustments. Oh, that smells so good, Lord, how much. I can just eat this by itself. Okay, I think this is consistent we want. I'm gonna start icing our cake with this. Just pouring it on it. Let it fall where it may. If you need more icing, slice your cake down a little bit. Just get that icing up and down there. Add it to it, okay? Not to waste anything. We try to use all we make. We don't want the dishwasher to get none of this. Okay, we're gonna let that dry about 3 or 4 minutes. Then we'll come back and we're gonna taste this, baby. 7-up pound cake. And cut into that 7-up work of art. Look at it. How mark that thing is. Baby, Lord how much. Let me get a fork and tend to it. Let's just get a little corner there. The butter, the 7-up. Man, all you need is some ice cream. We're done. Look at that cake. If you don't skip no corn, and you do what I said do, this is the results you get every time. I guarantee it. Now, if you change something, or you do something different, I can't guarantee it. Okay? Man, tell you the truth. You know, I've been eating cake for years. I don't eat too much. But man, sometimes, you just got to indulge. Oh, nice. I'm done for every time. You can taste the zest of lemon. Also the zest you got in the icing. The icing is made with 7-up. The cake is made with 7-up. You got butter, vanilla extract inside. Man, you can't go wrong with this. Get to the 7-up pound cake, okay? Now we'll be back next week with another fantastic dessert. Last 2 times we told you what we was making. We have no idea what we're making next week. But the one thing you can bet the house on that we're gonna have something to present to you on next week, okay? Now this is Chef Charles with everything sweet. Live long and prosper. And guess what? Chef Charles is out of here.